Call 219, please forgive the chirping. We are home and we still have baby chickens. That's a plus, and they haven't feathered out yet. That's for another video. So the end of day 3, that's why I have all black on, basically. I had a black hat on earlier, my black shoes, because I call it Black Sunday. So when you got a show Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Black Sunday is Black Sunday, man. Everybody's kind of or a little wore out. And then after Saturday, everybody cuts out for the most part. I mean, there's some still diehards like me and some of the other guys that were still there, but mainly some people don't stay for the last little push for the end of the show. That's what was happening today. I did get into some booths to do some short videos. I'm not going to do like a 5-8 minute video unless it's really something interesting or you can get a really great deal. And I'm not at that level where I could help you out in that kind of form or fashion. So a lot of short videos, and then I'll have my top 3 likes and top 3 dislikes video coming up here later on in the week of the show itself. So we got into some booths. I got to do a really good video at the Heritage booth. You know, the old West guns like I have here. Talk to them. That's going to be in my top 3 things that I dislike about the show. But I talked to them. They gave me some information that I didn't quite have about these guns, and all the other little makes and models that they do, which was very interesting about the Magnum cylinder, of what cylinders can match up with what guns. Pretty good information there. I was really ecstatic to get that information because I do have a bunch of them, and I'm looking at some of their other models that are in that video. So I did a good video in there, and then again, you know, we got there a little bit later than we wanted to, but again, we kind of slept in, and then, you know, had to fight traffic down there. Fighting traffic down there, that's tough. So we got in there, we did a lot of stuff. There's a lot more movement through there. There's a lot more flowing in the aisles. Because again, the people that are coming here are either the diehard people or people that are like, well, we'll just go one day, you know, and they'll come in there. Usually it's the first day, but the first day was packed. But Saturday was the big one for how many people that I saw, besides the speakers that were only in that portion. Usually, sometimes, some people just go there to see the speakers. So there's all kinds of different aspects to the show. Some people come there to see all the speakers and presentations, because they do have other presentations there where you can go look and hear about stories from Ukraine. They had some stuff from there. About sniping in Ukraine. That was a feature. Then they had some speed shooting competition tips things, and you can go into these little rooms and go listen to the present speaker at the time. What was it? Roses. It was over there by the SIG booth. That was pretty cool. Jerry Mikulic's daughter came over there and spoke to the crowd. We sat there and listened to a little bit of it. And that's a presentation to women and getting them into the shooting sports and just shooting firearms in general and protecting themselves. So that's a pretty cool program that I saw there. That's for another video. So there's a lot of different aspects people do there. So usually the last day, there's nobody there, and it was just like that. I could get into booths a little bit easier. I can actually just ask questions to the vendors, and they're just not like gobbed down with people with, you know, silly questions or really serious questions. I did overhear somebody talking about warranty stuff. Again, a lot of people come there to talk to these companies about warranty stuff, and you could get set up. If you have a gun that's having a problem and you like to go to shows like this, this is probably a good spot for you, because you can actually go there and talk to manufacturers. Even if you buy from smaller, reputable companies, they were there also. And I heard another conversation about somebody that lived by this company, and they went directly there, and the owner of the company was there, and the owner of the company was super duper awesome. And I was just listening to the conversation, asking my own questions, because I've never dealt with this company before. So if I deal with them now, I can listen to how the customer service is if I have problems with that certain item that they sell. So that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff to do on day 3 if you're a diehard or you're a content creator that, you know, on the first day you can't really get to the good stuff, and then Saturday you totally get shut out by it because there's so many people. The last day, Sundays, are always going to be the easiest. It's more maneuverability. Not only that, and to go to the bathroom, that's a plus too because there's less people, and to get something to munch on. That was really, I was in and out, sat down and had a fantastic lunch. A lot of good food there this year. A lot of good food. Again, you still had your pizzas and your sandwiches, so on and so forth. But again, a lot of things were expensive. So you kind of had to go find the deals there. And I found quite a few deals over there. I don't know why I say deers. I got deer on the head. Maybe because there's some over there across the street. They're coming out. So anyways, day 3 was pretty cool. I greatly appreciate Sean, the researcher, for coming through. Plus, he threw a couple of bucks where it needed to go. So that's awesome. Gas wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I'll end on that note. A lot of people can't afford to come to these trips if you live 4 states away, 5 states away, or, you know, even if you have to make the attempt to fly on one of these airlines nowadays. That stuff's not cheap anymore. It's just not cheap. And that was one of my concerns. So I had saved up some money. I even snuck into the old wedding money and pulled some of that aside to go on this trip. Gas wasn't bad down there. Up here, before we left, it was $4.03. When we got down there, we found gas for cheap. I don't understand this. Maybe it's because we're by Chicago. Maybe it's because, you know, the other hole is on the other side of us. I don't know. But gas was way cheaper down there than it was up here before I left. Sitting here now, it looks like the gas prices may be catching back up. Who knows? So that was another good concern that we had down there, because if you've ever been to Indianapolis, a lot of the getting around is highways, and highways is where it is, and there's a ton of construction in the state of Indiana. So stop and going, that's what's going to be happening. We hit a tad bit on it. That's another reason why we wanted to kind of leave a little bit early, is to beat the traffic and beat this weather that's coming in. Day 3 was a fantastic day. That's why I wore all black, because, you know, it's a sad day. I got to see my friends. I got to see YouTubers that I watch personally and conversate with them and ask them questions. And I got to see some people that I consider friends. And I am always ecstatic. The last few years, especially during the Coco we didn't have opportunities to get together, to go out to eat, to go over to wherever each person is staying and hang out and have a couple of drinks or eat some good food. So we didn't have that opportunity, but it's slowly coming back. And now I think we're getting over the Coco stuff about congregating, you know, having a bunch of people congregate. I think we're done with that stuff. You never know, but it's always good to do it. This is the first show I've been to since I think I went to another one here in the local area. Just wasn't as good as this one because there's a lot more stuff there than it was down there. 14 acres of guns. So there's a lot of stuff that was happy and awesome, and I will make memories out of. But again, the third day, it's always the saddest day, because then everybody goes back. And then some people, even on that Saturday, after that, they'll wake up in the morning and they'll go. So you have to make the time that's allotted to you to make these memories, to talk to these people, and to converse for them. A lot of these other guys around YouTube, they hang out together. They're part of their individual little groups. Everybody has them. Me, I just like conversating with everybody. I don't care if I'm included or not. But the conversations that I had this weekend are conversations that I'm going to hold on forever. And it's always a great experience when you can make crappy content like I do and have something to let you guys look at and laugh at. And it's always a good thing when you share it with friends like Sean, the researcher, and especially my beautiful wife. So that's how day 3 went. It was a sad ending to a great weekend. I'd like to thank all my old and my new subscribers, just the people that zip through. I greatly appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do that for me. It really helps out. This weekend proved it. And like always, we'll catch you on the next one.